Hello everybody and welcome. A few weeks back I got myself a Liquid Sapphire 56 because in my garage we recorded a drummer and he was using all the channels available. So I was actually in the market for a OctoPre Mark II and I would connect it via ADAT to the Liquid Sapphire, but they were all very expensive. So in an auction I got for much cheaper a Saffire Pro 40, and I guess I can make it act as a OctoPre or even try the dual unit mode and just have both units connected. I know the dual unit mode is not really supported, but it should work with a small number of channels. Let's see. The Liquid Sapphire arrived looking mint. I doubt this is gonna look as good as, but if there are no scratches, I'm gonna be happy already. Let's get to it. So we have here the power cord, the original Firewire 800-400 cable, and the interface. Underneath, the getting started guide and my receipt. On the front here I have the two XLR jack inputs, phantom power for channels 1, 4, 5, 8, and the controls for the two front ports. So I can set it to be instrument, pad. These are hardware buttons, right? So I probably cannot do this via software. On the Liquid Sapphire they are all soft buttons. Then I have gain control for the rest of the channels without instrument and pad switches. Input level meters, Firewire light, lock light, monitor gain control, or actually volume. And here I have mute and dim soft buttons, so I can control them via the, how's it called? Sapphire mix control, and two headphone outputs. Together with the two outputs from the Liquid Sapphire, it's gonna come very handy. On the back we have SPDIF in and out, MIDI in and out. Then you have two Firewire ports. In case your computer has only one port, you can use it to connect another interface. I tried using a Firewire hard drive and I started having sound problems. I was going over the bandwidth of the port, and the system doesn't seem to prioritize the audio interface. We have optical in and out. The OctoPre has two ins and two outs, so you can actually have higher sampling rates. Since I'm gonna try the dual unit mode, that should not be a problem, but again I'm not really recording at anything higher than 48,000 Hertz, so it should be fine. Then we have the line outputs. Line out 1 and 2 are wired to the monitor knob. I'm not sure you can reroute that. And then more 8 outputs. I think 5, 6, and 7 and 8 match the headphone jacks. Then you have the combo XLR jack microphone line inputs. I took this interface to the garage yesterday and I had a very unpleasant surprise. It seems that it's running newer firmware, and that's not supported by the version of mix control I have installed there. The problem is, I'm running Snow Leopard there, and it's just an old iMac and I cannot install anything newer than, I think, Lion perhaps. And the newest mix control requires a version, I think, Mountain Lion. So I couldn't configure it. The Liquid Sapphire works okay, so I brought the interface back and I assigned the channels to ADAT, so I can just come back and use it to connect to the Liquid Sapphire. The sample rate set to 48 kHz, and that's the maximum I could use to have everything sent via one ADAT connection. The OctoPre supports 2, so I could get to 96, and the Liquid Sapphire also supports 2. Sync source is set to internal, and when I configure the Liquid Sapphire, I'm gonna set it to ADAT. Sync is locked because it's internal and the firewire driver is here. So when I turn the Liquid Sapphire on, I'm gonna reconfigure it, and the Pro 40, I'm just gonna leave it disconnected from FireWire, and it should load like this. So what did I do? Each analog input is routed directly to one ADAT output, and I mapped ADAT in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the headphone jacks and to the, monitor outputs. That way I can also create mixes on my Liquid Sapphire and leverage the headphone outputs so my whole band can actually record with different headphone mixes. And that is the plan. I'm gonna report back on how it works when I take the interface to the garage tonight. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.